Hi everyone, how are you today? I'm going to tell you a story called The Big Orange Splot. The Big Orange Splot, and it's by Daniel Manus Pinkwater. Now this story starts with Mr. Plumbin, who lives in a neighborhood where all the houses are alike. They're not different, they're all alike. Now the people that live in the neighborhood, are they alike or are they different? They're quite different. Their houses are all alike. One day, a seagull was flying over the neighborhood, and the seagull was carrying a can of orange paint. Now no one knows why the seagull opened the beak. And what happened? Yes, you guessed it. The can of orange paint fell. And it landed right on Mr. Plumbin's house. And so his roof was not green anymore. Now the neighbors started getting really anxious and nervous, because Mr. Plumbin was doing nothing about it. So the neighbor said, Mr. Plumbin, please do something about your roof. So Mr. Plumbin said, I suppose I will. And that night, Mr. Plumbin started painting his house. Now, do you think the problem is solved? That Mr. Plumbin paints his roof green? Have a look. Not really. Because when Mr. Plumbin started painting, his imagination started flowing, and he imagined the house of his dreams. So he painted the roof blue, and there were lions, and there were, let me have a look. Let me show you. There was a lion, there were ladies, there were elephants, a steam shovel, and the orange Splot was still there. And there were small Splots as well. Now, what about the neighbors? Do you think the neighbors liked Mr. Plumbin's house? Not really. They said, Mr. Plumbin, what have you done? Your house looks like a rainbow. It looks like an explosion. Mr. Plumbin continued. He built a tower on top of his house. He bought some plants, and he made a beautiful garden. He has palm trees and a hammock. And when he finished, he was swinging in the hammock, drinking lemonade, feeling really happy with his life and his creation. The neighbors got really furious. Plumbin, what have you done? Our neighbor was a neat neighborhood where all the houses were alike. And now our neighborhood is not neat anymore. And so Mr. Plumbin says, my house is me, and I am it. My house is where I like to be, and it looks like all my dreams. The neighbors didn't like it at all, and so they sent one of the neighbors to talk to him. Please try to convince him. We want all the houses alike. The neighbor visited Mr. Plumbin at night, drank lemonade. Do you think he managed to convince him? The following day, the neighbor also changed his house. And he changed his house in the shape of a ship, because this neighbor adored sailing. And he also says, my house is me, and I am it. My house is where I like to be, and it looks like all my dreams. And one by one, the neighbors visited Mr. Plumbin and changed their houses. One was a palace, the other one was a castle, a balloon, a castle, a Parthenon, until the street in Mr. Plumbin's house looked like this. And all the houses are not alike. All the houses are different and unique. And when someone asks them, but this is not a neat street anymore, the neighbors say, our street is us and we are it. Our street is where we like to be, and it looks like all our dreams. This is the end of the story. The Big Orange Splot by Daniel Manus Pinkwater. Now, what are your dreams? Are you painting your dreams to make them happen? Thank you for listening.